Here's the biggest myth in product-based businesses. If I just sell more, I'll make more money. Sounds right. But that's the reason so many product entrepreneurs are actually stuck. Because more sales does not automatically mean more profit. And today I'm going to prove that to you and show you exactly what to do instead. You don't need to double your customers to double your income. My name is Ijoma Ndukwe, CEO Bubez Foods and a product business coach. I've been in the product business for over a decade, from near collapse to building a brand that sells profitably and sustainably. I've seen it happen too many times. Business owners chasing more sales with ads, reels, promos, and pop-up events. And at the end of the month, their bank account is still not quite there. Of course, I've been in this position myself. In this video, I'm giving you 3 high-impact shifts that will grow your revenue without chasing more customers. When you need to grow your revenue, it's tempting to think, I need more followers, I need to post more, I need to run ads to reach new people. And while visibility matters, I get it. Here's the truth most people won't tell you. If your back-end systems are not profitable, every new sale could actually be costing you money. Shift number 1, calculate everything you spend. Let me ask you a simple question. Do you really know how much it costs to make 1 unit of your product down to the last naira? If you're like most product entrepreneurs that I coach, you've probably done a bit of quick math in your head. You add up the cost of your raw materials, maybe the packaging, throw in a little extra for delivery, and boom, that's your cost right there. But here's what you do not realize. That number is often incomplete because the real cost is not just about ingredients and labels. It goes far beyond what's obvious. It's everything your product uses, touches, and depends on to exist. Even things that don't go into the final product. And I know this mistake personally because I made it too. When I started my business out of my kitchen, I thought I was doing a great job calculating costs. I would calculate my cost based on what I bought from the market, raw materials, the packaging tub and label. But I did not count the rent of the home I was producing from. I did not count my own time. I was working late into the night, and guess what? My nanny was helping me with the production, sealing packs and cleaning up after production. She wasn't, at this point now, just helping me with my kids alone. She became part of the production team. But in my head, she wasn't staff. So I did not count her labor. But the truth is this, she was labor. My home was my factory. My hours were production hours. And none of it was being captured in my cost. So while I was celebrating profit based on these incomplete numbers, the business was actually draining me. And I could not see it because I didn't know what I didn't know. That's why today I'm so passionate about helping other product-based business owners avoid that same trap. Now, here's what a full, clear picture of your product cost should include. Raw materials and packaging, yes, this is the foundation, but it's just the beginning. It should include your logistics. How do those materials get to you? Are you factoring in delivery charges, dispatch fees, or the fuel you use when you pick things up yourself? Even if it's you doing the running around, it's still a cost. Labor. What about your time? Or the time of your team? Whether you're baking, mixing, sewing, organizing, or supervising, that time has a cost. If you had to pay someone else for that work, what would it be? Your helpers, your production helpers, even if they are just assisting, if you had to pay someone else to do what they do, that's your labor cost. Then you want to consider utilities and overhead: electricity, gas, water, diesel, data, phone calls, Wi-Fi. These are not optional because you need them to run your business and they consume resources every day. You also want to consider wastage and returns. Have you ever had a batch go bad? Labels misprinted, broken jars, or spilled oil? That loss is part of your cost, not just the materials wasted, but the time and effort too. It's very easy to ignore them, but then it quietly eats into your revenue and drains the business. Of course, you want to consider storage. Are you storing your products or materials elsewhere? Wherever you're storing them, paying rent, or using home space that could be doing something else. Your admin and software tools. What about the tools you use to track orders, send messages, organize production? Canva Pro, you're paying. Shopify, the Excel, Google Docs, Google Workspace. They might seem small, but they add up and they are part of your cost. All of these are part of your true and real product cost. If you're not factoring them in your cost, then you don't truly know what your product costs to make. And they are just eating into your profit silently. No noise, very quietly. And that's why even when you make steady sales, your bank account does not reflect your effort. Inside the Cost-to-Profit program, I walk my clients through a step-by-step cost breakdown. We dissect every phase from pre-production to post-production and identify every hidden cost they've been missing. And I can tell you that this is a game changer. One client realized she was only calculating 60% of her real costs. The rest lost in assumptions, guesswork, and things she thought didn't really count. But every naira counts, because if you don't know your full cost, you can't manage it. And if you can't manage your cost, you'd always feel like your business is working, but you're not seeing the reward. This is not about cutting corners. It's about cost clarity, the kind that puts you back in control. You deserve to grow your revenue with clarity and confidence, not confusion and guesswork. Because real revenue growth does not start with selling more. It starts with knowing your real cost fully and completely. Strategy number 2, fix your broken back end. Now, let me tell you what I mean. Let me explain what a broken back end looks like. Number 1, you know the regular discounts. You run promo after promo just to move stock or beat competitors. But if you're not calculating how that discount affects your revenue plan, you are literally paying people to take your product. Number 2, free delivery without cost calculation. It sounds like a great incentive, but if you're not adding the delivery fee into your product pricing, that's your revenue walking out the door with every order. Number 3, dead or excess inventory. You overproduce or overbuy because you want to be ready, but now you have millions of naira tied up in materials or stock that's not moving. You cannot access that cash, and worse, some of those products might expire or go bad. Number 4, hidden overtime. Maybe you're working late, spending extra hours every night, packing, labeling, and fixing errors. That time has value. And if you're not accounting for it or managing it well, it's silently draining your energy and your money. Number 5, rejected units or spoiled goods. All of these are revenue leaks. And here's the thing, most of them don't show up clearly in your books. They are quiet, consistent, and very lethal. After my business failed and I started rebuilding, I made a decision to do things differently. I sat with our profit and loss statement line by line, according to the Bible, line by line, precepts upon precepts. I went through every single expense we were making, no matter how small, asking one simple question. Is this expense necessary for growth, or is it just draining money? I started spotting little leaks, over ordering packaging materials, unused materials sitting in the store. I also noticed that our energy cost was a major contributor to our cost. So, of course, I dug in deeper. I realized that because our processing, drying, and packaging units were working at different times of the day, the generator was running all day, most times just to power one unit at a time. That's when I made a decision. All units would run on the same schedule. They switched the generator on at the same time, took breaks at the same time, switched off together. This one change helped us cut down our generator run time drastically, and our energy costs dropped immediately. And of course, also the generator maintenance costs dropped. It taught me something big. Sometimes it's not about spending less, it's about working smarter with what you already have. Fixing this broken back end freed up cash for the business without us making any sale. Inside the Profit Pulse module of the Cost-to-Profit program, one of the first things we help clients do is run a profit leak audit. We walk through the back end of your business, we're talking inventory, production process, and identify exactly where money is slipping through the cracks. And more importantly, I show you how to plug those leaks without losing momentum so that your business does not just make more money, but then, of course, it keeps more money. So before you run off to run another promo, buy another ad, or expand your team, I want you to ask yourself, where am I leaking money without realizing it? What costs am I ignoring because they are small? Where can I make small back-end changes that free up cash instantly? Because sometimes the path to revenue growth is not more sales, it's more control. If you're finding this video helpful, I invite you to my free Cost to Profit Masterclass, where we dive deeper into finding hidden costs, shorting profit leaks. You'll find the registration link in the description box below and the pinned comment. Strategy number 3. Stop leaving profit to chance. If your price does not intentionally cover your real costs and what your business needs to grow, you are unintentionally building a business that cannot scale. Profit is not what is left over. It's what you plan for upfront. When your price doesn't include your profit margin, you're not growing. You're simply operating in survival mode. Now, here's why profit pricing matters. You deserve wealth. That's why you started your product business in the first place. Profit is not selfish, it's essential. Profit funds your lifestyle. Profit funds those vacation dreams, your freedom, your business growth, and the impact you want to make. So your price must cover these 3 key components. Your lifestyle budget, the money that ensures you can pay yourself and live your dream life. Your real costs, every expense from production to delivery. Number 3, your business growth cost. As you're growing your business, you need new equipment, you need to hire more staff, you need money for marketing, future investments. Pricing right means valuing yourself, protecting your bottom line, and making every product you sell count. If you increase your price today, right now, by as little as 5%, that is automatic revenue growth without more customers or more sales. Let me tell you what happens when these 3 shifts start working together. You don't just work more, you earn more. You begin to keep more money from every sale. Let's imagine this for a minute. Imagine making 1 millionaire this week and not watching it vanish into packaging, delivery, or silent costs you did not even notice before. For the first time, it actually feels like your effort is paying off. Because real revenue growth does not come from more hustle. It comes from systems that quietly support you in the background. And the best part is, you don't have to be a financial guru to know your true costs, to control revenue leaks and price for profit. You just need clarity and a step-by-step approach that makes action simple, doable, and impactful. That's what the Profit Accelerator System, which I teach in the Cost-to-Profit program, is all about. It's not about fancy spreadsheets. It's about understanding your numbers in a simple way, making confident decisions, and building a business that finally pays you well so that you can live your dream life. My dear product-based business owner, if you want to go deeper and actually learn how to price for profit, plug profit leaks, and scale without burnout, I invite you to join my free Cost to Profit Masterclass, where I'll walk you step by step through the exact systems I use to grow revenue without chasing more customers. The registration link will be put for you in the description. I'd love to see you there because I believe that your dreams are absolutely valid.